Well, Mr. Speaker, later today, this innovation minister will outline the Liberals' latest innovation scheme, but there's one problem. The event is being hosted by Canada 2020. Now, this is the same group that hosted the pay-to-play trip to Washington. And it just so happens that the leaders of Canada 2020 are deeply connected to the Liberal Party, and they also happen to own a lobbying firm which happens to be registered to lobby this minister. So can the minister explain how this is not textbook cronyism and a gross conflict of interest?
Here, here.
The Minister of Innovation.
Mr. Speaker, I'm so glad the member opposite raised the issue of innovation. You know, they've been asking a lot of questions around agreement on internal trade, and we believe that both these issues were addressed today when we talked about our innovation agenda, Mr. Speaker. This agenda is making key investments to grow our economy, to help the middle class. It's about providing future growth opportunities for companies to not only grow but scale up. It's an opportunity for us to make key investments that make sure we have a better future for our children and grandchildren, Mr. Speaker.
A member for Red Deer Lacombe.
Well, running their events through a non-profit that also happens to be run by lobbyists is quite innovative, Mr. Speaker. So for a government that says it's dedicated to inclusive growth, it's quite shocking to see how many exclusive pay-to-play events it promotes. Today, the Liberals have outsourced the innovation agenda to their Liberal friends at Canada 2020. And not only that, but Canada 2020 controls the invite list for this so-called government announcement. So there is, in fact, nothing public or inclusive about the Liberal innovation agenda. So how is the minister protecting the taxpayer by granting exclusive access of a $2 billion policy to well-connected Liberal insiders?
Good question.
The Minister of Innovation.
Mr. Speaker, today I had the opportunity, along with my colleagues from science and small business, to talk about our innovation agenda. We did a press conference, and in that press conference, we outlined key themes to growing the economy. And we made these announcements on top of the commitment we already demonstrated in our budget to grow the economy. $800 million for clusters, $2 billion for research institutions and our post-secondary institutions, $500 million for a broadband connectivity agenda, Mr. Speaker. The bottom line is we have an innovation agenda that's about growing the economy and creating jobs, and we made that to the public.